Can you let him know that Frank is here?
Meet Frank Krueger, an up-and-coming actor who has the lead in the new feature Break. Frank's journey in Hollywood is a little different than your ordinary actor's life. The red carpet reporter caught up with Frank to tell us how he got his big break on Break.
I came out for the first time to LA with a play from New York, but my parents got ill, so I moved back to New York and worked that scene for a while. Did all the soaps out there and did some movies. And then finally in 2001 I came back out here for good, and I've just been here ever since. Been doing plays and directing theater and teaching karate for my living instead of waiting tables.
All right, wherever I point, bam, that's where I kick.
An actor who's not a waiter, that's unusual for Hollywood. We asked Frank how he avoided the tables and tips and how he wandered into karate.
Waiters can make better money, I would have to say that, when they're good, but I was a bad waiter, so I didn't make any kind of money. So I make far more money doing this than I would ever make waiting tables because I was not good. I never thought I would be able to make a living at it, but every time that I would come to LA or move back to New York and I would try and get one of those jobs that you actors are supposed to get, like waiting tables or telemarketing or one of those terrible jobs, I always found myself back at a karate school, and I love it. It was actually really amazing. Years ago, through one of the classes that I was teaching with an aspiring filmmaker named Mark Klebanoff. He came to a reading of an action film that I was writing, and it inspired him to just lock himself in a room and write this action film noir, one of these great films like he always wants to watch. And he came back and the lead character was named Frank, because everything he writes for me he says he's going to name Frank because it's just the thing that he wants to do. It's an art form, and like any art form, they all sort of bleed together because it comes from the same kind of place. Bruce Lee would always say that he wanted to be known as an artist of life, so that it was like through all the different art forms that you would express yourself. We had 2 or 3 like just big fight scenes where we got to just fight the whole time, and it was just me and Zin, and we just banged away, and it was so much fun. I totally loved that aspect of it. My father was a high school English teacher, as was my mother, and he used to say he does 7 shows a day because he always had the little bit of stand-up comic in him that never got out, and he did teaching instead. And it is very much like that. You have to connect, not to as much of an audience, but one-on-one. You have to do human connection, which is the basis of any good art form, is two people connecting, that spark that makes everything happen. And I get to do it with all the time with 100 kids a week, and kids, more than anybody else, are so free and unfiltered that it's even more so where they catch you off guard, and you get to really have a sense of not performing as much, but of actual connection with people and trying to get a point across, a story across.